We're watching. Well, they won the first round, but now they're back for a second round. Last month, parents of autistic children in BC won a court case against the provincial government. It was ordered to pay for expensive therapy treatment. But now the government is appealing the decision, and parents like Sabrina Freeman are furious. Sabrina Freeman, first of all, what was the argument in the first place as to why you felt the province should pay for the treatment?
Well, up to this point, children with autism have not been part of the healthcare system because the one uniquely effective treatment was not covered by Medicare. The judge, in her ruling, first of all, she deemed this a medically necessary service, and she ordered the government to pay because the government has breached the Charter of Rights and Freedoms by directly discriminating against these children by not paying for this treatment. So this judgment actually, for the first time in history, put children with autism into the Canadian healthcare system. The appeal is basically fighting that.
And did the government indicate that they would be prepared to appeal if they lost in court?
No, there was no indication whatsoever. In fact, when we first started the lawsuit, we attempted to have it as a class action so that every child in British Columbia would be covered, and in fact in Canada. And what's happened is the lawyers for the Crown argued very strongly against that because they simply wanted clear direction from the court as to what their obligations were. Now they have a direct order from the court, and they are defying the order.
Now this treatment, and correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, is the Lovis autism treatment, is that right?
Yeah, it's developed by a person by the name of Dr. Ivar Lovis at the University of California, Los Angeles.
Is this the only treatment that is effective? In other words, is the government saying, look, this is too expensive, and therefore offering something what you consider less than what your child would need?
No, this is the only effective treatment. There is no other treatment. And the government of British Columbia at this point, and in fact the governments across this country in many provinces, basically offer babysitting on respite. They do not offer treatment. This is the only effective treatment, in the words of the judge, and in her judgment, she actually says this is uniquely effective, and she's correct.
Because BC does provide funding to pay for, I guess, assistance from a social worker or something along those lines.
That's correct. If a family is poor, and there are means-tested programs by which a family can receive child care, daycare, respite. There are no programs that are treatment-based programs.
Are there any provinces that do pay for this program?
Yes, Alberta pays $45,000 to $60,000 per year from the moment of diagnosis. And Prince Edward Island also pays for some treatment. But most of the provinces are also shirking their responsibility. And in fact, this judgment has implications across the country, and there are lawsuits right now in four different provinces being organized due to this lawsuit.
Are any parents in BC considering leaving, say, to move to Alberta just because they anticipate a long court battle here?
We've had a huge exodus to Alberta. In fact, many of members of our organization, Families for Autism Treatment, Early Autism Treatment, have unfortunately had to pack their bags and leave because the Dosanjh Government refuses to fulfill the responsibility of providing medically necessary treatment for these children.
We have about 30 seconds left. What do you do now?
Well, unfortunately, the big losers in this game are the children because the Dosanjh Government is playing games, and the children are going to be losing 2 years of brain development while this makes its way through the courts. But we will go all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada if we have to, because these children desperately need this treatment.
All right, Sabrina Freeman, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. And that is NewsWorld Today for Tuesday, August the 29th. Stay with us for the latest news in just a few minutes, and also some coverage tonight then.